Welcome all OET aspirants to our new video. We are speaking Aiders. Thank you for all the support, we do appreciate that. Please continue to watch, support and subscribe our channel. Kindly subscribe and click the bell icon for more updates and videos. Please share with your friends. Our aim is to make speaking tasks more friendly and simplify them with providing lots of ideas, and you can develop them into beautiful structures. Today, we're going to discuss about empathy and persuading. How to speak empathetical sentences and persuading in speaking roleplay. Let's start the video.
Before we go to empathetical sentences, let's look at what is empathy. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Examples 1. I know you feel like giving up right now, and I'm glad you aren't. Example 2. Our mistake has cost you a lot of time and money. Let me make it right.
On the other hand, sympathy is the feelings of pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. Examples? They had great sympathy for the flood victims. I was saddened to hear that your grandfather passed away. Now let's look at the difference between empathy and sympathy. Empathy means experiencing someone else's feelings. Sympathy, on the other hand, is understanding someone else.
Empathy is very important part in role play, putting ourselves in someone else's shoe. Empathizing with the patient is one of the main parameters a nurse should do if it's mentioned in the role play. Now, let's look at some empathetical sentences and situations. I can see why you have this concern. If I were you, I would also react in the same way. Situation. Worried patient or bystander. Example, mother worried about her daughter or son.
Example 2. I can see that this has been daunting or intimidating for you, or to cope with. Example 3. I can sense how angry you have been feeling about your illness. Example 4. I know how emotionally draining this or that must be for you. Situations. Patient has gone through something really bad, or he or she is upset about the newly found disease condition, or else patient lost someone close to. In all these situations, you can use this type of structures. Example 5. I can appreciate how difficult it is for you to talk about this. Example 6. I can sense that it must be very hard or challenging for you. Example 7. I completely understand that it must be very difficult for you, or it must be overwhelming.
Example 8. Your concerns are understandable. It's not unusual for people to react in this way. In this situation, patient or bystander is upset or broken after hearing something bad. Example 9. I understand you dislike this idea. It's common for people to feel in this way. Here, the patient didn't like the suggestion you gave and upset about it. Example, when advised about quitting alcohol or smoking. Example 10. I completely understand that it must be complicated for you, considering the stage you are in, or it must be overwhelming. Here, patient is worried about her family or kids after hearing her diagnosis. Example, stage 3 cancer. Example 11. I can understand, it must be frightening for you to know the pain might be keep coming back. In this situation, patient is anxious about the pain she is going through. Example, patient was discharged after treatment for cancer 2 days ago, but her symptoms are back again. Example 12. I think I understand a little of what you have been feeling now. Let's look at the practical things that we can do together. Here, patient is sharing something with you, and after hearing the problem, you suggesting some measures to overcome.
Now, let's look at what is persuading. It is to induce someone to do something through reasoning. Example, it wasn't easy, but I persuaded him to do the right thing. Other words for persuading, prompt, or influence. Let's look at some structures. Example 1. If you did not follow my instructions, you will have bad effects on your health. Example 2. If you did not stop smoking, you will end up with cardiac or lung diseases. Example 3. If you did not walk or exercise every day, I am afraid to say that, you will have obesity. Example 4. I am afraid to say this, if you did not follow our instructions, your condition might get complicated. For all the examples, patient is refusing to follow doctor or nurse's instructions. Example 5. I understand that you dislike the idea of taking medication, or losing weight, or cessation of smoking. However, I am afraid to say this, there is no other option. Example 6. It is very paramount, or imperative, or important, that you follow my advice, to ensure your good general health, otherwise, it may have adverse effects on your health. Example 7. This might not be what you were hoping to hear, but the best way to recuperate, or recover is to do this. Situations. Above all examples, patient is against the idea of taking medication, or doing exercises, and you, as a nurse, persuading him to do it. Thank you guys for watching this video. We hope you guys learned how to do empathetical sentences, and persuading in roleplay discussion. Please continue to watch and support our contents. Press like and subscribe button to show your support. See you on our next video. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts or suggestions, please comment. Speaking Haters team.